What's up, homies? So, just down here having my coffee. So after I had my sighting, I had like a kind of a meltdown. And it wasn't like scared or anything like that, because I knew it was just a matter of time I would see one of these things. But it was more of a anger, just a bunch of questions, like my mind wouldn't shut down, you know. And by about the third day, I was like, felt like I was going kind of crazy, really. Like, you go 48 hours without sleep, and you start approaching that 72-hour mark, like I don't know, man, it's a weird feeling. It really messes with you. But I end up crashing, and once I got a good night's sleep, man, I was a lot better and back to normal. But I had to force myself back out, and it was hard because, like, it changed everything. I realized something could be right next to me and I not even know it, you know. So I just felt like there was always something there watching, which now I know there always is, really. But I forced myself back out. It's like a week later, I think. And I go up this this trail, and I'm scared to death. I'm shaking in my boots, you know, like I'm shaking. And as I head up this trail, I find something, a marker at this it's like a kind of a ditch or ravine, a runoff from a pond that's on up above. And it's heading down the ditch, which I'm noticing these things travel ditches. Like our ditches, they'll go right in it because it washes everything out when they are around physical, you know. Like every rain or anything just washes all evidence away. And they use our ditches a lot, I guess is what I'm saying. So, or ruts, you know, like water runoffs, any type of water runoff. It's like that's where they really like to step. In our areas, anyways. But I start heading down that, and I'm noticing like it's kind of fresh, which watching the video now, it's really fresh. Like within 24 hours fresh. But I'm still shaking. And I see where it crosses the road. So I cross the road, and as I go into this new little area, before I even make it to the wood line, like I'm hearing like the woods sounds nervous, like like it sounds like birds, but it's not, you know, like you can just tons and tons of chirping, whistling, and popping, like a knock from over here, knock from over there, and just like, and it seemed like it was going on for a while, but it was only a few minutes, man. It was just real nervous sounding woods. Lots of knocks, lots of chirping, lots of whistles from all directions, like to the right and left of me and right in front of me. And it was as soon as I crossed the road and started into this new hill. Well, I'm sitting there listening to woods sound weird. I'm recording, and all of a sudden I start hearing an owl come up, like an owl noise, like an owl. This is 10 in the morning maybe. And I hear this owl start sounding off. And it's like to the right of me, but it's farther down. Like sounds like it was probably near the river. And while this owl's sounding off, all this chirping and whistling still going on. And then the owl's closer. And it's like right at the edge of the woods and to the right of me. And then I catch a glimpse of like a reddish hair, like an orangish amber color hair. And thinking back now, I think it was its back. But there was like a downed tree or something, and it had like a root mound at the end of it, and this thing was moving towards that root mound. It's basically the closest point to me, but still hidden, you know. And I just caught a quick glimpse of it, and I thought, what the heck was that? You know, you think it's, oh, maybe it was a deer or something, but like it's, I don't know, you get all these thoughts through your mind. Try to rule out what it could be, but plane somewhere. But well, I'm standing there, and then all of a sudden I feel like a thud, like in my feet, like something hit the ground hard. And like I said, I was already like scared this day, you know. And looking back now, I think it was my nervousness that freaked this stuff out. Like, I think me being scared worried them. At least that's what it seems like now. But I heard and felt that. I mostly felt it like it was, I mean, it was hard. And luckily, there was nothing behind me, just the road, you know, like, I was only 40 yards in, just before where the woods start to go up the hill. Well, this stuff met me at the woods line. So, you know, I'm standing there, it's like, all right, it's time to go. I start backing out, and I walk backwards to the road, just slow, you know, and then I kind of jog back to my truck. It was parked down the road from where I started at the trail down the road. And you know, I'm just thinking to myself the whole way home, like, what was different this time? What did I do different? And that's when I was like, I think it was my fear. My fear made them fear me. You know, because like I was nervous, guys. But I had to get myself back out in the woods. And yeah, my fear scared them. I believe. But later on, it's like a week later, eventually I watched the video I took. And as I'm crossing the road, in that video, I see like kind of like a flash of something moving. And this is where like this went from flesh and blood to me to there's something else going on with these things. I mean, it almost looked like kind of like a ghost or something, I don't know. But I go back, I slow that video down, I watch it over and over and over. I mean, it's on private, and it's got like probably 200 views, and they're all me, you know. Because back then I didn't care about sharing anything. I'd record, and then I don't have a computer or anything, so I would upload these videos to YouTube just to clear up space on my phone, because I wasn't doing this for other people, or I was doing it for me. I still am, but I share some now. But that's how I was freeing up space on my old phone. Like, I never cared about technology or any of that crap. Like, my wife would get the new phones and all that stuff, and I just keep the old junk stuff, But I'm watching that video, and then I find where it was like they was following the lead of a bigger one, all taking turns watching from this tree. Big ones, small ones. Like, it was a whole unit, like a whole family unit. And then their bodies would like distort and change form and stuff as they move. But you gotta watch it. It's super hard to see, man. But that's when I got freaked out, because I was just like, there is way more to these things than what everybody thinks. And I wish I still had the original video, but like I said, back then I didn't care. I was just download stuff, delete it, and that's how I kept stuff back in, And it sucks, because some of the coolest stuff I got is just on private on YouTube, and these distorted, which anybody that uploads videos to social media or YouTube or them type of platforms, it takes a lot clarity away from it. Like, it's almost sad how much you lose in them videos. Like the original video, man. But that's when I started realizing there was more to it. And then that video it creeped me out. Like, it really creeped me out. And there was just so many of them around that day. Like, it was the whole unit, the whole, whatever everybody calls them, the whole family. But, yeah, that's when everything started changing, and it just kept getting weirder and weirder from that day forward, Like, I started, maybe we'll stop there. I gotta head to work. That's a good place to stop for now. Love y'all. Peace.